السلام عليكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجمعية. مدد يا سيدي. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين. Alhamdulillah, last night was holy night, Laylatul Isra wal Mi'raj, and we were together as Allah Almighty willed for us to be together. He made it easy for us to come and worship Him together. The night before, we were reading the ahadith. Every Tuesday, we are reading now 40 hadith from the book that Maulana Sheikh he was reading from, Ramuz al-Ahadith. And the last hadith that we read was about going to bed, yani advising when to go to bed, to close the door of the room and to cover your cups and bottles. If you have a cup of water or something in your room, to cover it. And the Prophet ﷺ was saying that in those days they would have a water skin, something to hold the water for drinking water inside the room, and to tie it, yani to shut it, to close it. Yani. And he said at the end, he said that the shaitan cannot open a door or untie a knot or to remove a cover. So I was thinking about this. Yani, of course, it is clear in this hadith that the Prophet ﷺ, he is talking about physical things, that once the door is closed, the shaitan cannot open it. And to put a cover on a cup, the shaitan cannot remove this cover. And I was amazed, yani, because we know shaitan, he can do a lot of things. He can be in several places at the same time. There is not a place that shaitan cannot enter. So how it cannot do such a simple task as removing a cover of a cup or opening a door? But I came to understand it maybe slightly different. That if you look at Sharia, there is a lot of aspects in it where you are closing the door of shaitan. And once you close that door, shaitan cannot enter through that door. So there are different things that Sharia advises. Prophet ﷺ, he had advised his followers so many different things, not to be man and woman in the same room alone, not to go for young people, not to go out at night for needlessly. So many aspects of Sharia, for example, also how to dress, to cover. This is preventing shaitan. So in a way, Prophet ﷺ, he is advising us to close off doors for shaitan to enter your life. And this is a very important matter, because you must look for to be servant of Allah Almighty. You must be free from your enemies, because your enemies are holding you back from serving Allah. The dunya is holding you back, is distracting you. is keeping you from uh, being purely for Allah, being wholly for Allah. Your nafs, your ego is preventing you from waking up at night to worship your Lord. Your nafs is preventing you from working and doing good deeds and giving sadaqah. Your nafs is preventing you from all of these things that would bring you closer to Allah. Your desire, your desires, your hungers, your thirst is keeping you, distracting you from worshiping Allah. In the khalwa, you eat very little, you drink very little. Why? Because you want your body to be wholly dedicated for Allah Almighty. You don't want the energy in your body to be wasted on digesting and going to the bathroom, and the food and drink gives holds the body down. It drags you down. It's like an extra weight that is holding you down and making you tired and making your body not free. And so it comes all these sicknesses and illness and ailments coming from what you are eating. Prophet ﷺ, he said that the stomach is the mother of all diseases. So the more variation you're eating, the more amounts you're eating, this is complicating your physical body and then not allowing you to worship Allah Almighty. This is why in Ramadan, a lot of us we feel light in worshiping Allah and light even in work. My non-Muslim colleagues used to say to me, "How can you work 8, 9 hours a day without food or drink?" And I used to say, "I actually work more than normal because no coffee breaks, no lunch breaks, no this break, no bathroom breaks, because you are running free. You are like a horse in a race, and they just let it go, and you have nothing holding you back, nothing physical holding you back." So, and then shaitan, the fourth enemy. Of course, shaitan is holding you, preventing you from worshiping Allah. This is his goal in life. His goal in life is to make you to be distracted, make you to be entertained, make you to be sufficiently happy with this world, saying that this life is only for me, that only this life. I just concern myself only with this life. There is no afterlife, there is no spirituality, there is nothing except what we see. Maulana Sheikh Nazim, one of my favorite sohbas, he said that shaitan cannot go past, uh, I think, the first heaven. And he said that he is telling his followers from men and jinn and devils, saying, "I went up to the sky and I saw nothing. There is nothing beyond the first heaven." And he's coming and telling this lie to his followers, saying there is nothing beyond the physical world, physical universe. And this is the lie that they call it the big lie. In the CNN, they're talking always the big lie, the big lie. This is the big lie, the biggest lie, that beyond the heaven there is nothing. And people, 21st century people, they are bowing to their master and saying, "We agree. Whatever you say, you went up there, we couldn't go up there. Only we are reaching to Mars." But he went up more and more. He said, "I know more than you because I went up higher, higher, and I saw and I found nothing." So all of these enemies, these four enemies, dragging you down, preventing you One hadith I read also that Prophet ﷺ saying that, in the Quran there is sajdas. There is sajda, I think 12 or 13 sajdas that when you read that verse, you must stop reading, get up and make sajda for Allah Almighty. And then continue to read. Every time you do this, shaitan starts to weep and wail, shouting. Just if one Muslim does this, saying, "Oh, this is the son of Adam or the daughter of Adam. She was ordered to make sajda and she followed the command of Allah. And now she's going to Jannah or he is going to Jannah. Whereas I was commanded to make one sajda and I refused. And this is why I'm going to end up in hellfire." So that one sajda makes shaitan so angry. So what we must do is close the door. We must close the door of shaitan. Maulana Sheikh Muhammad, he said, anytime you sense a fitna or a problem, shut it down. Shut it and keep quiet, keep your tongue. As soon as you sense something that there is going to be a problem in this, or there is fitna in this, or there is going to be trouble, that shaitan is going to be happy about this, better to be quiet, to shut it down. Because if you keep the door open, they say the door is ajar. Ajar, not a jar of jam, but a jar. If you keep the door ajar, it will still come. You must close it. We are closing every day our homes at night and making sure the door is locked to prevent thieves coming to our house. What about shaitan coming to your heart? You must lock it immediately and keep that lock closed for shaitan. There is nothing except Allah. Anything except Allah is shaitan. Anything except Allah is distraction. Anything except Allah is unnecessary. It is garbage. Maulana used to say, if you are not doing zikr on this Thursday night, then what you are doing is garbage. There is nothing that can prevent you from doing zikr. The only thing that prevents you from doing zikr is shaitan. There is nothing better in this world than zikrullah. There are no words that you can say better than the name of Allah Almighty. The name of Allah Almighty, it is the best word. وَكَلِمَةُ اللَّهِ هِيَ الْعُلْيَا. Allahu Akbar. كَلِمَةُ اللَّهِ هِيَ الْعُلْيَا. That word, the word Allah, is the highest word. There is nothing beyond that, nothing above that. If you were to spend all your life just to say Allah, 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 then this will be the best life. You can say, oh, but we need to make da'wah, we need to do this. No. There is nothing to justify for you to do something that is haram or to mingle with people that is haram or for the excuse of da'wah. If Allah Almighty wants to guide these people, He will guide them to you. Look at Maulana Sheikh Nazim, where he was living, in a village called Lefke. Who heard about this Lefke 20, 30 years ago? Who heard about Lefke? Look how people guided to him. Now people are coming from all over the world, coming to Lefke. Who heard about Mecca before Prophet ﷺ? Who heard about Mecca? It was unknown. They had forgotten that place. Nobody cared about this place. It was a forgotten desert, empty, nothing can grow there. Nobody was interested in there. And now look at how many millions are coming every year just to go to Mecca. Where is the advertising and the marketing that Prophet ﷺ he made? Where is the billboards that he made? He changed the hearts of men. and women. He changed their hearts. These were people who were burying their own baby daughters. Their own baby daughters, they put them in the sand. These were not human beings. These people were cruel. These people were shaitan. They were the devils in this world. They were the worst people in this whole dunya. And Allah Almighty sent Prophet in the middle of this. And look at his religion because of his working on the hearts of people, making their hearts as water. So many stories of Sahaba and conversions that we hear about from barbaric people who will kill for one word. Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, if you said something to him, one word, or you bumped into him in the street, he takes the sword and cut your head off immediately, no questions asked. This is who he was. So what we need to do is to shut down, to close the door, for any door that will allow shaitan to come in. Because if he comes in, he will not get out. Once he comes in, they say that if you have an infestation in your house or something, they will never go. Shaitan is like this. The moment you let him in, very difficult to let him out after. He is like a squatter coming to sit and live in a heart that is empty of the name of Allah Almighty. If there is no zikr in that heart, then shaitan comes and says, this is the best place for me. This is nice and cozy and warm. I love this place. He comes and he puts his lazy boy and his big screen TV and he sits and he enjoys himself. Oh, mashallah, this son of Adam doesn't think about akhirah. He doesn't think who made him, doesn't concern himself, not interested in Allah. This is what he wants. He wants people not interested in Allah, not interested in afterlife. They could care less about this. They are interested in this now. Just this, what they can see, what they can feel, what they can hear. This is what he wants. People uninterested in Allah. That is the key. And Maulana Sheikh is telling us to be interested. Ask who created me. Ask where I am going. Ask where did I come from. Ask who is this man that they are saying his name is Muhammad. Find out about him. Learn about your Prophet. Learn about your Allah Almighty, your Lord Almighty Allah. This, if you are not interested, then it is very dangerous. It is very dangerous. We ask Allah Almighty to forgive us and to accept us and to make us more and more interested and to seek more knowledge of Allah Almighty. ومن الله توفيق الفاتحة. تقبل الله. Thank you.